Is this all, in your mind, financial, or is this supply demand really coming to the fore once again?
Well, the whole oil market has been so complicated for so long. I mean, I'm still going back to 2020 when it briefly traded at zero. So this is a highly manipulated market. And it reacted, obviously, to the most recent headlines, almost ignoring some of the other headlines, like you mentioned OPEC, right? So OPEC Plus has intimated at this point that they're going to keep the cuts. They're not planning to raise production. Interestingly enough, the floating storage, which is how much oil is being out there in the sea, is at 2 3/4-year lows right now. The deal that the U.S. made with Venezuela, well, all of a sudden there might be some issues going on there, so that may not work out. And the idea that the U.S. was supposed to supplant their reserves by buying more oil at around $70 a barrel, well, that may or may not happen. But most importantly, people seem to forget that commodities by nature are incredibly volatile. To have 20% moves up and down when they're in vogue, as they have been for the last couple of years, is typical. So going back to oil, I think $72 a barrel right now to me feels like a bottom. Actually, interestingly enough, you saw just now that it showed it was up a little bit. I'll be watching to see if $72 a barrel actually holds. It's about the level where it started to take off earlier in the year, or I should say over the summer. And I still believe that demand, as we're going into a holiday season here with a projected 55 million people either driving or flying Thanksgiving, and of course, the demand that they're talking about in the United States could continue to stay low, but it may not be as bad as they think. A frigid winter that people are counting on. There's so many factors that can bring the oil market back up. So in a good scenario, if it holds around here, probably would give a nice sigh of relief for the Fed. But I would watch the technicals, and if we can hold 72, get back to 76, and get back over 80, then watch out. We're once again having some issues. And and the Middle East, by the way, that was another reason why, since things have not escalated into Iran as people had feared, well, does that mean that will never happen? We don't know that either.